Have you ever wanted to quit so badly you could actually taste the freedom, but you're scared your toxic manager will sabotage your reference, your reputation, or even just your last payslip? What if I told you most people resign the wrong way and it hands the toxic companies and hiring managers the last chance to actually control the story? Top of the morning, everyone. My name is Tito and I'm back with another video. Today, I'm walking through 5 steps you can actually resign gracefully from a very toxic manager or company so you can actually leave without burning bridges, without ever explaining yourself, or even without actually giving them that extra ammunition. The first thing that you need to think about is the strategy, because most people actually resign the moment they actually hit that breaking point. And I get it. One more passive aggressive email and you're ready to actually slap your resignation on there, or hell no, I'm actually out. But here's the problem. In toxic environments, your emotions are the fuel that most people actually need against you. So before you resign, you need to actually plan 3 different checks for yourself. Number 1 is the money check. Do you have at least a basic buffer or confirmed next steps? If not, we plan the exit like a chess move, not a sprint. Number 2, contract check, notice period. Things like unused leave days, bonus clauses, any commissions that you might be earning, any benefits, any probation rules. Toxic companies love forgetting what they actually owe you. And then the last one is evidence check. If things have actually been unethical, harassing, or discriminatory, keep a calm record, dates, emails, screenshots, meetings, not a drama, for protection. Now that you've actually got a bit of the strategy, let's talk about the biggest mistake people actually make. They resign to the wrong person and the wrong way. How do you then control the narrative? Toxic managers love one thing, a messy storyline. They actually want you to overshare, they want you to cry, they want you to rant, they want you to blame something so they can actually say, you see, I told you that person was unstable. So here's the rule. Your resignation might be short, polite, and in writing. You're not writing a diary. You're creating a document that could actually be read by HR, legal, or even your future self. And here's what it actually needs to say. 1, your intention to resign. Number 2, your final working day based on notice period that you already know. Number 3, a brief appreciation line. Even if you actually don't mean it, you just have to still put it there. And then the last thing is a statement about supporting a handover. Here's what the resignation could actually sound like. Please accept this email as a form of notice for my resignation. My final working date will be X, in line with my notice period. Thank you very much for the opportunities provided. I will support a very smooth handover during my remaining time. That's it. No paragraphs, nothing about disrespects, no bullet points about offenses, no you ruined my life or anything like that. Save your truth for your therapist or your journal, not your resignation email. Once you actually resign in writing, the toxic manager usually tries one last tactic, which is pulling you into this dramatic conversation. Let's shut that down. First thing you need to do is actually to try and set boundaries. This is where the manipulation often peaks. Suddenly your manager wants a quick chat and you already know it's not going to be quick. It's a trap, but you cannot avoid it because you can't say no, you don't want to meet. They might do a few things. Number 1, guilt trip you. After everything that we've done for you, they might threaten you. Good luck finding something better. Or they might fish for details. So where are you going? They might even try to provoke you into reacting. Your job is to actually stay calm and boring. Yes, I said boring. Like plain toast, no butter. And you have to follow the structure the best way you can. Number 1 is confirm the decision. Say, yeah, no, definitely, I've decided to actually resign. And then number 2, keep it factual. And then the third thing is repeat if necessary. If you feel like somebody's not getting the message, just repeat those things. The magic sentence that I actually promised earlier is this. My decision is final and I'm actually focused on a very smooth transition. If they push for a reason, you can only say, I've decided it's actually the right time for me to move on. And then if they push for a new company, you say, at the moment, I'm actually not ready to share that, but in due course, I will definitely share that with you if need be. Now, if they get a bit spicy, try and just, de-escalate. I'd prefer to keep things professional and actually try and focus on the handover because I know that's very important. Because listen, you don't actually owe toxic people closure. You owe yourself a clean exit. So here's my question for you guys. What's the most toxic thing a manager has actually ever said to you when you try to actually set boundaries? Drop it in the comments. I'll read all the comments and I'll reply to as many as I can. Now, here's where people get caught out. They resign, then they relax. But the last few weeks are where toxicity can actually be turned up into sabotage. And remember, the toxic manager might even want to use this against you in a reference call. So let's try and protect that for you. So like I said to you guys, document everything and keep your performance sharp till the end. Your notice period is not the time to actually mentally check out, especially if you're coming from a toxic environment. And in toxic companies, the last few weeks are when they actually try to do a few things to you. They try to set you up to fail. They overload you with a lot of work, even though you shouldn't be taking on any new work. They rewrite the story about your performance. They block your references. They might even accuse you of poor attitude on your way out. So you have to do two things to make sure that you actually don't give up to them. Number one, keep receipts quietly. Anything important, keep it in writing. And try and make sure that you follow up meetings with just confirming this is what we agreed emails, because those are very important. Store any documents that you're actually allowed to keep. Most companies allow you to have your own personal folder that you can always take when you actually leave. Things like job descriptions, performance reviews, any commendations, any official HR policies, keep those. And then the second thing that you do is stay very professional and consistent. Do your job well, not because they actually deserve it, but because your reputation does. Think of it like leaving a party. You don't actually have to love the host, but you don't have to flip the table on the way out. And if you're actually worried about references, start lining them up at least the moment you actually start planning on resignation. Number one, start speaking to your previous managers. See if they will be willing to actually become your references. Number two, senior colleagues. Three, clients and stakeholders. And sometimes you find that clients and stakeholders hold a lot more, weight than just your previous line manager. And then the fourth thing is mentors. Speak to your mentors. See, they'll actually speak about your character. And any written references on LinkedIn are also very important. Now, for the final step, this is where the difference between leaving and truly being free. It's how you actually exit emotionally and professionally without carrying all that toxicity with you into your next job. Exit with class, guys. This step is actually about the future you, because the toxic workplace don't actually just take time. They take the confidence, they make you question your competence. They make you question quite a lot of things. So as you leave, do a few things. Number one, don't gossip on your way out. Even if you actually have the tea hotter than the sun, please do not share it. Number two, don't send final emails exposing people. It never lands the way you actually imagine. And then lastly, don't try to win fairness from unfair people, because you will always lose. Instead, keep your LinkedIn and CV focused on the achievements, not survival. Two, take notes on what you've actually learned, red flags, boundaries, deal breakers, because that's what you look out for in the next job. And then number three, give yourself a reset before the next role. Even if you actually take a week before you actually start in the next role, please try to do that. If they offer you an exit interview, keep it measured. You can be honest, but still be very strategic. Focus on behaviors and systems, not personal attacks, because every time you go into personal attacks, people stop hearing what you're saying. Something as simple as, I have benefited from actually clear expectations, consistent feedback, and even more respectful communication, style. That's professional and it actually lands. Guys, in the next video, I'll do a follow-up video where we actually explain how to explain leaving a toxic job in interviews without actually sounding negative, because the part that trips a lot of people is where they tend to be very negative about their experiences. So today we've actually covered a few things, that I want you guys to remember. Number one is resign on strategy, not the mood. Yes, you're pissed off. Take your time and relax. Number two, control the narrative. Resign in writing, keep it clean. Number three, set boundaries for the resignation conversations. And then number four, document everything, keep your performance sharp till the end. And then the last thing is exit with class and protect your character. Now, I want you to actually take one thing from today's video and apply it in your next interaction, if you have that, unfortunately. If you're not resigning yet, start building your exit plan now. And that's how you actually stop feeling trapped. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Until we see you in the next video, peace.